Oh my god. Mahogany. What is K? Like black? Yeah, so we got red, yellow, red, blue, yellow, blue, of course. Mahogany, tan, and navy. Yeah. This is awkward. I want to use the green 2 to bluff out the navy 1, but also ZZT should probably just tell Instant about their 1 if I do that, and then the bluff probably doesn't work anymore. Like, it mostly shouldn't. I mean, if I... Oh, right, that's gonna tag those. Oh god, everything's terrible. I can't even clue it anyway. I can clue it too. Null was the hardest variant we have done, RMM. Do I just clue this 5 and then give ZZT the option to do fanciness, or clue instance 1? Yeah, I'm okay with this, I think. No, I should just clue instance 1. And then ZZT can bluff or discard or whatever. Okay. Yeah, we were doing dual color, Crota. I don't believe any of us have ever done it before. The magic of circuits. You know, your standard color chart. Orange, purple, mahogany, green, tan, navy. Yeah, I saw your ultra long Glock clock in the Discord there. You could have a smaller Glock clock that just ticks faster, but I mean, as long as it's a Glock clock, that's all that really matters. Oh god, that orange 3 in Turkey Sands also kind of problematic. But, I mean, just cluing blue to Turkey's pretty good. If there's no bluff option. I said it was gonna happen. I gave warning. You'd already walked away. Pre-warning, probably. Physical telegram. So I should make it out to Chronometrics, Canada. It'll probably get there. Postal code. Whoa, now. Mr. Fancy Pants over here. Oh, I thought I went into the take. Now ZZT's also got some pondering. Like, they wanted to do something fancy too and couldn't figure out how to make it work and just make me play one too. Is this our lives? Alright, so we all play a 1. ZZT clues instance 5, probably. No. Does Instant still try to bluff Trickies? Okay, so this is gonna go around again. We'll see if Tricky plays this, in which case I have to assume that this is a playable 2 if they play off of the bluff. Oh, Orange is going to town. Just clue instant 1-4. Easy game. Like you don't you don't think that's good enough, probably? I mean it just starts going. And we can fix it. But you don't see the green 2 ZZT, so you probably don't want to do that. Hey, Bro Shock, the letter is just the color. It's just colorblind mode. I mean, the fact that Clue in the Orange 4 does get, like, 2 plays, and then we can still fix it, means it's still a reasonable clue. Because, like, considering we see the, like, both of us can see the Orange 3 in Cricky's hand, so I think by default we're not going to assume we have further plays off of it, and we'll give ZZT time to fix it, but I'll try to steal that time by cluing ZZT's 2. Okay, well, I mean that's probably correct. What's Tricky gonna play here, though? Yeah, they're gonna play that. Okay. So I should be able to go ahead and play my black 2. Do I want to clue ZZT on there too? Tricky's got another turn. Like, I want to save all of this stuff. We still got 3 clues. So hopefully this is fine. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and play this. ZZ probably goes for the 5 save here. Yeah, that's true. Orange 3 does still prompt out the orange 4. Unless Instant draws another red card, which they will half of the time. This is assuming Instant's discarding, but they're gonna go ahead and give the 2 clues. So they're jumping to do that either because my discard's mediocre or because they were just glued to 5 and they're a little more tempted to discard given that. We can clue instant 4s? So, if I clue instant 4s, ZZT plays instant discards, Tricky... Tricky... Tricky just has to believe in us? I mean, I guess I could discard and let Instant get this played with a... And then we can just clue the 4s and it's good from there. Alright. That's unfortunate. That's the second worst card that could have been, I think. With the Mahogany 3 being the worst. Well, Tricky doesn't misplay. If they think they need to play their newest instead, it's the other orange 3, which is awkward, but it's not a misplay right away. It would work. Fortunately, the blue clue looks like it could be a save on the purple 2 to Tricky now. But it's still a fine clue, like, because Tricky then discards garbage, even if they don't play it, and then I can clue instance 4s, and it's great. If my hand isn't problematic, blue to Tricky just seems best. ZZT's hand is awkward soon, but is not a big deal unless I've got a tan 4 near my discard. We know it's not in my discard. It's possible I've got, like, the green 4 in my discard or something, and Instant is trying to figure out how to save that. Not realizing it'll be easier to get the one in their hand playing. Yeah, there is that trade-off, Chrono. It's like, well, what does Twitch have? Interesting. To play along or to know all? That's a pretty aggressive play. Or I've got the purple 2 in my hand. That's interesting. So Tricky did decide they could play that. This doesn't hard prompt the orange 3, but... Wait, is there another way to clue this? Yeah, I could just clue this blue if I wanted to. Yes. So we're forcing ZZT's discard, which is a little awkward. It's probably okay. Like, it's possible I should have just discarded, so that ZZT is delayed on this clumsiness, but... I'm not sure what you were referring to there, Chrono. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't think it's probably strong enough to prompt. The fact Instant didn't play implies a little bit of a possible prompt. So what is this? This is the other green 4? Or is it the other green 2? I think more shenanigans happen if it's a green 2. Maybe it's either orange 4. No. Green 4 feels more likely. So in any case, it should basically be trash. Yeah, okay. So it's orange 4. Like, it's one of these things. What? No! Gotta prioritize the save first. That easily could have been a 5 or a purple 2 or... It's not the end of the world, though. Is there a bluff opportunity in my hand? A bluffertunity, as we like to call them in the biz. I mean, I currently feel fine, Chronos, so that follows. As soon as Tricky discards again, then they can play their 3, so that's good. That's gonna be it. Excuse me? What? Are you bluffing me, friend? Or are you bluffing instant... Okay. So, what does Tricky mean by this? Orange, green, or tin? Instant knows it's not tin. So... It's just clarifying that it's orange. Is there any way tan makes sense? Like, do I have 2-3 of tan? Was there any other way to clue this only? Not really. But it could just be a self-bluff here? Which is awkward with this situation, because they happen to know that it can't be that. Interesting. Like, it doesn't tell Instant anything meaningful about this. I mean, it does, but given that Tricky gave the clue... It's really just indicating this. I don't think this is enough to go on for that to make sense as a bluff. Oh god. That's really bold. Okay. We on. How's it going, Shihab? Been following since January this year. What? Okay. Since Instant played that, I can no longer play this? Oh, no, you're right. Probably. You're probably right. So if this is purple 2, which we already thought we had in our hand, we already thought we had the purple 2 from earlier. That means I kind of, like, it's better if we play this first, but it's fine. Yeah. Okay. So I can still play this next turn. I think Tricky's clue ends up working if it, it works. It's super weird, and like it's definitely too cheeky, but it does work if it's hitting the bluff and the play on me, and not actually going through ZZT's 4 here. So I think I still need to play the 2 first, just to make sure. Probably. The other option is ZZT discards. That, like, ZZT discarding is the safest play. Like, I would, like, go back and forth. Let's see, was there any, completely safe clue to give on that? Like, you said it was a 3, Instant knows it's not a purple 3, but Tricky doesn't, so that doesn't really work. If we said black, should have worked. Yeah, I think black would have been safe enough. ZZTRaider, another playable card. I mean, we're also doing fine. Like, I'm not upset if Instant just clues tricky threes. Like, I'm okay with this. Oh, we're still getting frisky. No, that's... Wait, what do you... No, that's not frisky at all. That's... What are you doing? No! No, this is the worst! No. Instant no. Like, no. This doesn't make any sense to me. Like, is there some reason this is something different? There's no way, right? Yeah, this doesn't work. Does Tricky for some reason know this is playable? No? They super don't. Okay. What is this clue? So, full trust instant new tricky would give a follow-up clue? Question mark? This might be a Navy 4? But the problem is ZZT can't play into the finesse, even if they recognize it. Like, all of my options are terrible, right? So if instant felt panic, but then this doesn't... How does this make sense? Like, how does this series of events make sense? Because it has to be more like... if I'm fully trusting, it has to be more than just they think I missed the thing that I was going to play this turn. Like, I want to discard this, but I've been, like, heavily told to not do that. This feels like a Navy 4. And then this is a 5 of some sort. Well, it can't just be that, Chrono, because then they're telling Tricky to discard the purple 3. Like, I'm trying not to go to the, like, made a mistake stage, because I jump to that too fast sometimes and miss people doing clever things. So... But any calculation I'm coming up with here just feels like instant made a mistake. I don't know if ZZT's gonna know they need to discard. I'm tempted to discard this card right here. This Navy 4 here. Oh god. I mean, I think I need to play this and ZZT needs to discard rather than play either of their 2 playable cards. I would consider discarding this one because it's the only one that can't be a disaster in my mind. Like, I was double told to play, like, so this could be a 5 that they're making me play rather than telling me about not discarding or whatever, you know? The reason I discard is because we desperately need a clue. That's the thing. And we have nowhere to get it. Alright, we've got time and we need to just trust ZZT to make the correct play, which is ignoring all of his known information. That's too bad. ZZT could have at least played the other way, so we would have got another clue out of it. Oh no, that would have been... No, that would have worked. ZZT could have played their Tan 4, and then Instant could have discarded instead of playing the 5. And then if Tricky is trusting that they made the correct play, Tricky knows to not discard. Like... Someone needed to do something weird. It's like, I imagine the time, the fact my turn took like 800 minutes probably gave some illicit information about the situation being problematic, but it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what Instant's doing. What do you mean Instant doesn't need to discard? They don't have any playable cards, and we have no clues. That would be the idea, Chrono. Exactly. That's exactly why that would happen that way. That's why they would discard it in that situation, to tell Tricky not to. Like, because I don't need to be clued about the 5 because I've got a Navy 4 in my newest slot, right? Like... Exactly, yes. That's what I would do in that situation. Most likely, unless Tricky had a clear clue to give. Which I don't know if this counts as a clear clue. I guess this is a green 5. Clears up that the mahogany was safe to discard. It's no longer safe to discard, but... Alright, well, we need to get the clue. So I was already playing this. So Tricky didn't need to give that clue. Is there any way this is a different 5? Probably Chrono. I really hate this situation. Yeah, that might be what I do, Chrono. I discard this card. Then we have the clue available. ZZT can play whichever 4 they want. Okay, I think I like that. Like, I feel this should be the green 5 given the situation, but this might have just been an emphasis to play this and to make sure I didn't discard the mahogany 3, right? So I am going to discard this card. Wait, hold on. It can't be purple, right? Like, yeah, there's no way that would have gotten stuff played. Yeah, okay. So we are discarding that card. ZZT could play it, Instant has a clue. Okay. Play whichever one you want, ZZT. We've got the clue available now. No, why are you giving the clue? I mean, Instant didn't give it last time, so that's fair, but you're not supposed to give that clue. Because now, well, I guess I can try to clue something up. I guess I can clue ZZT about their 4s. We had so many happy things. I feel like ZZT played their finesse when they needed to not play the finesse, and this time they could have not played the finesse, but, well, the sarcastic, whatever you want to call it. So if I have the Mahogany 3, Tricky can play this card, right? What else could it be? You're making me discard. I really don't want to discard. Why did you give this clue? You're telling me to play. Can I play the green 5 or do I need to discard this? Oh my god. Why did Tricky give this clue? Because they didn't think anything was necessarily playable off of that clue? Alright, this has to be the green 5, right? If this is what Tricky's doing to me, like, this has to be the green 5? You think this one's Navy 5? Not this one? Why would it be the Navy 5? It could be. I mean, do I discard the Mahogany 4? Or do I discard the Unknown? I guess this has to be the Mahogany 4. I guess it could be a 1 still? It could still be a 1. Like, and we just read that instant made a pretty big blunder? I don't understand. I don't know who to trust! Like, if we're trusting Instant only made a small blunder instead of a big blunder by cluing me the 10-3, then it's because this is the Mahogany 3? Yeah, the problem is just that Tricky took my clue away. It's because they didn't feel safe playing. So I guess Instant just made a big blunder and this is the Mahogany 1 if I'm trusting Tricky? Oh my god. So I really thought I was giving this clue this turn. Okay, it is the 4, it's not the 3. So I think if I was instant, I would just tell Tricky red again. Assuming my discard is safe. And yeah, ZZT totally just drew the green 5, so yeah, guess we don't have the green 5 after all. Okay, I mean, sure. We can do that too. So I discard, ZZT plays the Navy 4, Instant plays the Tan 5. Alright. Alright, so I still can't play these if I haven't played them yet, basically, yeah. But next turn I can play this, so that's good. Okay, now this is fun, because I get to play this 5 instead of this 5 to tell ZZT they drew the orange 5. I don't imagine they're going to catch that, but let's see. Instant already has the playable, so it's probably ZZT's job to clue this. But that's fun. Instant may have thought they were telling ZZT that, but everybody else knew that Instant had the 10-5 and they should know they had the 10-5 this whole time, so... It's not gonna mean much, because I don't really know where it is off of the play. Like, if they have to choose a card, it's probably this, but... Yeah. obviously doesn't matter, right? Like, we've got all of the time now. But, I mean, it was like a 98% or more, so playing it was pretty reasonable. I don't know why Instant did that. I mean, I think if I'm in Tricky Seed, I discard the purple 3. I'm pretty sure that happens. But yeah, we got there. We got our 30, and one or more players have heart palpitations. Colorblind mode and Kelvin mode, ZZT. Kelvin means it's circular, colorblind mode adds the letters. Okay, so start with a 1. And we're already seeing the inklings of this, like, this 3, this 2. There's some shenanigans, like, I want to look at shenanigans, but anything that looks like shenanigans is just going to be more awkward and worse than this, so I just need to give this clue, and then give ZZT a chance to maybe bluff this out or something, and we'll see from there. Yeah. An instant finesses that eventually, yep. Like, I assumed this was a finesse, and we'd wait a turn to see if Tricky played that off of it. Why not blue to you? Where? You talking here? You're not talking here. What turn were you talking about? Oh, on the green one. Right. Gotcha. Yeah, no, the one clue I think is just better. Like, I want it to be a very clear play. Like, that gives ZZT freedom to do whatever they want over here, and Instant's not ever gonna discard their 5. So ZZT probably should have given this clue instead, but it's, you know, unlikely to be a real problem either way, however that works out. And actually this is still fine, because then I have the play, and then we save this a little bit longer too. Yeah, Instant can't clue the orange 1, so I think actually ZZT cluing the 1 and then Instant cluing the finesse is probably the best. Like, that gives us our best chance at saving the purple 2 a little bit longer. Because, like, if I'm not clued about this one, like, let's say you clue the black here and then Instant displays. I mean, it turns out I do, like, tricky draws, something I can clue. You don't know you have the green 2 to clue. Yeah, from what you can see, I guess I can always clue Instant's 5. So I'm going to have a clue. We both have an orange 4 already. It's kind of similar. Like, it's different. Kind of just changes whose hand gets a little bit more focus in timing, but I like the one and then the finesse. I mean, that's good, certainly. Yep, while I was doing that. That's always happening. Get the 5 save. Get the 2 played. Get that played. Discard the first purple 2, and I'm a little sad. I was like, that's the worst card I could have discarded other than the Mahogany 3. I mean, we need a clue out. I mean, like, I can clue this. Right, that would be, blue. Yes. I just figured I would let Instant do it because I wanted to leave these 4s nice and comfy that we can clue both of those 4s after this 3 is clued. Like, given your hand is all great, I would rather discard and let you give that clue. We're punished because I drew this. What do you mean? Drawing this was fantastic. I just wish you had included it later, but it's okay. So yeah, then we get that played. Get the 4s, get the discard and the duplicate there. Let's see. Reading's 18 characters. If that's an actual question, Koji Kondo, right? Right, so yeah, you're thinking it could be the prompt, so you want to wait a turn before playing, so you give the save clue. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So this was a pretty aggressive play, I'd say, ZZT. Like, the save is what I would put the emphasis on, and then I wouldn't think that this was safe to play myself. Yeah, like, Tricky has favorable discards, so having Tricky discard is perfectly fine. And Tricky might also be playing and I could discard, and that's also fine. Like, I would definitely consider giving the same clue to use ZZT in this case if, like, this was a 5, for example. It could be anything as long as this is the a card that needs to be saved. I guess, like, imagine if this is a purple 5 in your hand, ZZT. Like, we have no way to reasonably tell you to save otherwise. Oh, I see. You guys are talking about if Tricky should play off of the fact Instant didn't play. I definitely considered it was possible that Tricky could read this as a play when Instant didn't play and kind of interrupted to give a clue, but it wasn't like a big interrupt and Tricky had a perfectly garbage discard. That's curious, so it's easy too. But I would say, like, at least as far as I go, probably like 95% of the time, if I'm cluing something that includes the card in your shop, and that card in your shop could be a card we can't afford to lose, then I don't want you to play off of it, especially if I only clue 2 cards. I think that's about 95%. Like, I'm actually trying to think of a good example of what I would want you to play off of it. If we have no time and you just need to hope, I guess? I don't know. So yeah, Tricky didn't play, so Instant felt safe going ahead and playing. And yeah, then Tricky gives this clue. I stare at the board for a while. Oh, you were possibly thinking the ultimate dream. No, that wouldn't work. The ultimate dream doesn't work, but the penultimate dream would have worked. But no, I love this clue. I stared at it for a while, because I was considering, like, okay, well, you're clarifying the 4. Does that mean Tricky knows this is a 3? Well, no, then Tricky would have just played the 3. They tried to do, like, a weird, like, self-bluff off of Instant. I mean, that doesn't work when Tricky could have the orange 3, and in fact happens to have both, so Instant's probably not going to play it off of that. And, like, this is just kind of a weird clue. I guess, okay, no, it doesn't make sense that Tricky's emphasizing the 4. It only makes sense if Tricky's emphasizing the 5. If Tricky's emphasizing the 5, the only way this really makes sense is if I've got 2-3. So I have to believe that this is 2-3. So I play my first 2 off of that. Wait, if you're in on this clue, why do you ruin it later? So ZZT clues the 2 for the finesse there. Tricky discards. So, I mean, I should probably just go ahead and play this, I guess. But, like, there's a very small chance that this was a different 2, and Instant was, like, playing this as if it was the Tan 3. So I decided I could play them in either order. Like, either way, ZZT has a garbage discard, Instant can clue Tricky, it's fine. Right? So I decided to play that one first. ZZT discards, I'm like, great! Why did you clue me here, Instant? I don't understand this. I don't understand this at all. Tricky's got a purple 3 they're about to discard, and you're cluing me a card that I'm going to play this turn. I was so confused. Like, well, even if you don't believe, you still need to include Tricky, right? I was freaking out about this purple 4 forever. And then Tricky does this, and I'm like, okay, sure, that's a navy 4, and this is purple or navy 5. That's cool. I was trying to figure out, like, why, like, I want to discard here so that we have a clue available so we can tell you about your frickin' purple 3. But I decide that this here could absolutely be the Mahogany 5, and that would, like, at least make some sense why, like, Instant kind of jumped to make sure I played that and didn't discard, and, like, was expecting maybe Tricky to clue me something, including possibly that 5. So I'm like, okay, I can't discard. That means I have to play, and then I have to hope ZZT discards, even though they have 2 cards they know to play. That's what is going through my mind right here. I'm like, I am required to play this. I don't have any other actual reasonable choice, but I have to trust ZZT to discard here. ZZT instead follows up with the finesse, to make it clear they didn't miss the finesse, but we still have this horrible problem over here. We can't fix this without a clue. Oh, you want to give me a play? I mean, the other thing is, like, you discarding also saves the Mahogany 3, which is also real good. And, we probably don't save the Mahogany 4. No, that line we're not saving the Mahogany 4, but it does potentially save the Mahogany 3. Yeah, because if we do that, then Instant clues Tricky instead of discarding. I discard the Mahogany 4, you play the Tan 4, Instant can play the Tan 5. Oh, but no, you would need to let me play this instead. Like, in Instant C, I probably discard this card if it's now in this spot, but yeah, Tricky just needed to be clued earlier. That's where we were really at. Tricky still decides to clue me here. Let's see. I mean, it could be a double discard, so Tricky could be discarding to, or cluing to avoid that, and that's fair. Yep, exactly, Tricky. Exactly. So this 5 clue has me freaking out a little more. I'm like, well, now this Mahogany card can be discarded, but can it though? Because it could be the Mahogany 3. I've still been told to play. Like, is this the green 5? Is that why Tricky kind of jumped the gun and actually gave a clue rather than discarding here? Maybe I should play what's probably the green 5? Well, I mean, Tricky just made it completely clear to play this, and then there's a follow-up. So... I'm not sure. And then Chrono eventually suggested the sarcastic discard here. I'm like, perfect. Okay. ZZT drew the Navy 4. I can sarcastic discard the Navy 4. And then we have the clue available. Good God, we can finally tell Tricky about the purple 3. But here, I think... Even though Instant failed to tell Tricky about their hand earlier, I think you are still supposed to play here, ZZT, and trust Instant to clue Tricky this time. Duplicate Navy 3? What about a duplicate Navy 3? How far back are you talking here? You're talking here. That doesn't really come into play. What do you mean, Oh, here. Yeah, no. You were supposed to discard this how things actually went, Instant. The reason I was saying I would have discarded this instead would have been to do something weird to tell Tricky not to discard this. That's the reason I would have strongly considered discarding this. So that's why I was saying that I would have switched the discard, not because this is quite possibly the Mahogany 3, right? But yeah, so that's why I sarcastic discard there, then I'm hoping ZZT plays. But at least we get Tricky this clue finally. We finally clue Tricky. But here, unfortunately, this leaves me without a play again. And then Tricky gives that clue, and I'm like, well, if Tricky's like jumping the gun and giving that clue, this is not the multi-3. Hopefully it's just a multi-1, like it's quite possible it's the multi-4, it's like, it's feeling more like something we care about, and statistically it's a multi-4 more than a multi-1, but... But yeah, like I'm still like very strongly considering playing this as the green 5, by the way. Like Tricky like stole the clue I was gonna give, and I don't want to discard this card. And I don't feel I can discard this card right now. And I definitely can't play this one yet, like that one's actually unplayable. Yeah, I'm very close to playing the green 5 here again. But I decided to discard that. I'm like, I don't think Tricky jumps the gun here if this is the Mahogany 3. So... I'm just gonna discard and give another turn to sort this stuff out. And yeah, Instant goes ahead with that so that Tricky can start playing down the line there, and then I just have to discard. And then the rest of the game kind of just plays itself, right? Everything else is fine. Yeah. Is there anything else to comment on there? Oh, I think it felt like all three of us played because ZZT drew the orange 5. Oh yeah, we do need to comment on that. I feel like everyone else already like should have known this was the tan 5. Like there was a turn in Instant, maybe could have played it earlier. Or no, the fact Instant clued my tan 3 made it feel less like they were sure it was the tan 5, I guess. But like, it's kind of funny, as soon as ZZT draws this, Instant plays that, Tricky now is safe to play this, and I play this 5, not this 5. This one can only be purple or navy, this one can be orange, purple, or navy, but I played this one. Like, it doesn't matter, and it almost never is going to, but did you know you had the orange 5, ZZT? Because we all tried to tell you, or at least 2 of us tried to tell you. I mean, well, you don't want Instant to discard, though. Like, just play your tan 4 and let Instant play their tan 5 if you want a clue there. Like, Instant discarding is worse than Instant playing a 5. But I am curious if you actually knew you had the orange 5 from our plays. I didn't catch that ZZ or Tricky. Like, in my mind, they knew it was an orange 3 or a mahogany 3. And then once the mahogany 2 was played, they could safely play it. I wasn't like actually catching that the orange 5 is what truly made it safe to play at that point. Yeah, that's like what I figured, Tricky, that you would lean orange 3, but there was no reason to take the risk until you had to. Oh, right. Yes, that's true, Tricky. Yes. That was the other reason it had to be the orange 3. It's because we let you discard an orange 3 a long time ago. Let's see. I mean, that's another, like, consideration here. When we let you discard this and we don't clarify anything, should we mostly just expect you to play this as the orange 3 now? Because it definitely could have been clarified. So yeah, I had actually forgotten about that line. I was thinking about that line earlier. Everything's just tight enough. Yeah, if the game was less tight, I think you could just play this as the Orange 3, probably, if, like, we just have extra clues and nobody tells you anything further about your hand. Most of the time. I don't know, there's situations, but... I want that to be okay in a loose, like, a comfy game, because it's more fun that way. But I think this game was too tight, with our zero clue and panics going on, that I don't think you ever really could have just played it as the Orange 3. You were not, yeah, you weren't very panicked, yes. It's just like, man, I know Twitch plays slow sometimes, but why is he taking these 20-minute turns here? Like, and then discarding the Navy 4 I told him to play? Like, what is this crap? Yeah, the only one that I think wasn't like was 100% that you had to have the Orange 5 ZZT is the fact I played this 5. It's subtle, like it's easy to miss, but this is what I know about my hand. I know that this one over here is purple or blue exactly, and this one is purple, blue, or orange. So I can't actually play that one unless I see the Orange 5. I miss that myself. If it's in another player's hand, I'm probably going to miss that situation 70% of the time. I'm not going to catch it nearly as often as I want to anyway. But that is the reason you could know. But also, it's really rare that it's actually gonna matter. Yeah, my only thought there, Tricky, is just that if you already have another Clute card that would make sense to be the Orange 3, and everyone doesn't tell you anything further about your hand, I think it should use, like, and again, assuming the board state's comfy-ish and not like feeling dangerous or really low on clues, then I think it's pretty reasonable to just go ahead and believe it's the Orange 3 and play it. Like, especially when there's backup, like the fact I already clued the Orange 4 here and stuff. But, like, it needs that much weight to it to make it, like, something you should feel safe playing, I think. Rather than waiting until, oh, well, this just has to be the Orange 3 then, because we've gotten through the other 2 cards, yep. But, yeah. GG, we got there. I was having conniptions over that purple 3. And I was sad that I was clued this again. I did want to play it. I mean, the fact I played the 2 off of it it's pretty reasonable to expect that I'm gonna play it. You should give me one more turn. Gotta have a little more faith. A little more faith. Yeah, it's really hard to like pay close attention to all that like built negative information and stuff. Well, but you know it's a 5, and you know that I know it's a 5 instant. So, like, if I'm only playing one card off of it, isn't ZZT then playing cards, or are we expecting you to play cards out of your hand? Like, it's very specifically emphasizing a tan 5. And, like, if we're only getting the one card played, like, yeah. You know that Tricky could have just clued the 2 and 3 together instead. Well, like, even if I just have a 2, it's, like, technically more information to clue you, but it's just so much more confusing and possible for things to go wrong if it's supposed to just be bluffing out a single card that isn't actually helping anything get played. Like, I want the finesse or bluff to have the possibility of being real, or be completely obvious that it's not real, therefore it makes sense. But if it has the possibility of being real, then, like, I think I agree with Chrono is that the default assumption should be that it is real until... Oh god, it depends on the situation. It's real until a, like, bluff card is played, basically, right? Chrono. That's how you build trust. Just play Among Us and Hanabi simultaneously.